verify the complaint. So what I do, I get in the car, turn the knobs, turn a couple of knobs. No heater. No AC. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, it's not even blowing. So I had to change the complaint to no blower operation. But you know, from a customer's perspective, all they know is ain't no heat coming out of here. So they just want to say, they have a tendency to say things like the heater is not working, when in actuality the problem is the blower is not blowing. All right, enough of that. So where do we go from here? I verified the complaint. Yes, you're right. There is no heater because there's no blower. So what I need to do now is to find out why when I turn the AC control head switch on, nothing blows out of the vents. Forget the fact that there's no heat blowing out the vent or no AC. There's nothing period blowing. So what we need to go to is the source of the blower, which is the blower motor. Now most cars, most typical cars, especially most Chrysler, that blower motor gonna be inside of this glove box area. So what I'm gonna have to do is actually remove the glove box and gain access to the blower motor, because what I want to check, first thing you should check, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what you need to make any kind of electrical motor operate. You have to have a power supply and a ground supply. All right, so that's probably the first thing I'm gonna check. Now if you go by the book, it tells you to check something else, but I'm pretty much at an advanced state right now, so I'm gonna go straight to the blower motor. And then, so you also know what feeds the blower motor, the blower resistor, or some manufacturers call it a power module. That's what really controls the blower motor as far as the speed goes. Okay, so depending on your car, if your AC unit is an ATC, automatic temperature control, your blower resistor may be referred to as a power module. On most Chrysler, that is the case. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna get on this side because we're gonna gain access to the blower motor. I'm gonna grab my test light and I'm gonna find out if I have power supply and ground at the blower motor. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so without wasting time, man, let me get out and go to the other side. Let's get on with this diagnosis. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am here. Let's get this blower motor out. All right, removing a blower, this glove box out the way. Removing the glove box is fairly easy. It's a couple of tabs you want to clear. I don't know if y'all can see this, but I'm just releasing the tabs on the side in order. There you go. Then it's just simply finagle it out of there. So we're gonna get this out the way. Now, what I want to show y'all. Let me get a little closer because we need to see this. All right, the blower motor connector is right here. All right, and this happened to have a blower resistor, and that's simply because it's not automatic temperature control. All right, if it was ATC, this would be a power module. It would be a little module in the same space and everything, in the same place. All right, so let's get this blower motor resistor right here unplugged so I can check and verify if I have power supply and ground. All right, here's the blower motor connector. Now the blower motor connector off. Like I say, I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume blue and yellow is actually hot and the dark blue is ground. So I have my test light plugged into ground and I'm gonna check right here. Let me turn the key on. So what we're trying to find out is if I'm getting power supply to the blower motor. All right, so let's see if we're getting power supply to the blower motor. I was wrong. So actually, the dark blue wire is power supply all the time. All right, y'all can see that it's dark blue and this is blue and yellow. All right, when I put my test light right here, because my other end of my test light is on the ground, that indicates that this is from a fuse. Most blower motor circuits are power supplied through maybe a 30-amp fuse, protected by a 30-amp fuse, okay? So that fuse is obviously good, and I'm getting power supply to this blower motor connector. Now, I need to check and see if I'm getting ground from here. So if I'm getting ground on this side and I have power on this side, you can assume that the blower motor is internally open, okay? But we don't know until we check. So what I'm gonna do is transfer the other end of my test light to a power source and check and see if this is ground. All right, hold tight. All right, my other end of my test light is on ground. And, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this is not ground. So we should not assume that the blower motor itself is internally shorted, because I do not have power supply in the ground at the connector. Now, where I'm gonna go off on another assumption is this ground side comes from the resistor. All right, here's the resistor right here. Can y'all see that? So what I'm gonna do, because this ground side is blue and yellow, that should likely be a blue and yellow at the resistor. Let me unplug the connector. All right, yes, I see a blue and white or yellow wire right here. So that means if I ground this pin right here and plug this in and this blower motor work, ladies and gentlemen, that means that I'm not, one of two things. This resistor is shorted out, but another hurdle we're gonna have is this signal also comes from the AC control head, which is right here, okay? So we're getting too far into guessing. This one is time for us to go into the service manual and see, look at the wiring diagram, all right? But first, what I want to do is check, manually put ground right here and plug this in and see if the blower motor blows. Let's do that real quick, y'all. Let me plug this connector back in. All right, that is plugged in. I'm gonna take a jumper wire. We're gonna manually ground. You gotta be careful doing that, because you can also short out the AC control head. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have this ground wire that goes to the power module or to the resistor. I have a jumper wire in there. I have the blower motor plugged in, and I have the switch on, and I have the AC control head on. So what I'm gonna do is touch this to ground and see if the blower motor blows. Yep, y'all can hear that? It is blowing. Okay, the circuit is complete from the resistor to the blower motor. Now, in order to avoid guessing, I'm finna go pull up the wiring diagram and find out why I'm not getting a signal from the AC control head to the power resistor to allow blower to work. All right, let's go take a look at the wiring diagram. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what I have right here is the wiring diagram pulled up on my computer. And as you can see over here, here's the blower motor right here, okay? Now, that solid blue wire that I put my test light on and it lit up, that is this 12-volt supply right here. And as you can see, obviously this fuse is good, or I wouldn't have had 12 volts right here. Okay, so here's where our problem lies. I have no ground signal right here. This is the blower motor, okay? Follow me now. I have no ground right here. And if you follow this trail, this ground signal comes from, as we discussed in the video, this resistor. This is the resistor right here. Okay, now what I want to caution you is at just assuming it's the resistor because the ground signal comes from there, when actuality that signal comes from the AC control head. Okay, so the AC upon blower request, the AC control head obviously ground this pin right here, and the ground signal comes to the power module along with which goes out to the blower motor. Okay, that's why you can really, you see this is bypassed. In other words, only on high. This is high right here. Okay, that's why that's the quick way to test if your power module working. Okay, if you have no power motor speed on low, medium, or medium high, then you likely can suspect this, because on high only the power module is essentially bypassed. Okay, so I had no blower motor at all. Okay, not low, high, medium, or high at all. Okay, so we have to suspect test the pin right here. So actuality, this AC control head is internally open. It's not sending out the ground signal to allow the blower motor to work properly. Okay, all right, so let's go back over to the car right quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and what I have here is a brand new AC control head. That's right, that is our problem according to our diagnostics. All right, we all went through this together, and I come to the conclusion, the determination that this AC blower or this AC control head is internally open. Now what I'm gonna do is just plug it in. Okay, let me remove this panel right quick. I'm just gonna plug this in to actually verify. Now I'm not gonna actually install it just yet. All I'm doing right now, ladies and gentlemen, is just plugging in to verify that I have blower speeds now. Okay, let me plug this part in, turn this thing on. Let's put it on panel and turn the blower on. There you have it, folks. I have high speed, I have low speed, I have medium speed, I have all speed. Now, we're not done yet because we have to get it out of here, get the old AC housing out of this panel and replace it. Only thing that's holding this AC control head on this panel is 4 little bitty screws. Real tiny screws too. I have mine already ready. If you look here, this is a 5/32, okay, socket. All right, so that's what you will need to essentially remove this. Let's get popping, man. All you do is remove all 4 of these screws. Again, I know this video is fairly basic, but I'm addressing the newbies right now. 4 screws. All right, and from there, you're home free, man. You just simply pull it out like that, and there you have it. Now all you do is go in with the new AC control head. Okay, make sure you put it in the right slot. Okay, I don't think you can put it in backwards anyway. It won't fit. All right, here's my new switch. All right, so we're gonna remove this and set the new switch in like this. Okay, so you can't get it wrong because it won't set in there properly if you had it backwards or upside down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the screws in. All we gotta do now, man, is tighten all the screws up. Okay, because we're almost ready to go back in. All right, so like I was saying, it really don't matter what's the reason you're replacing it, this control head for. Just this is how to do it. Okay, so there was no diagnosis done in this video. I want you to understand that. I'm not telling you this your problem or anything like that. I'm merely showing you how it's done. And as you can see, all the connectors that I unplugged, all of these will have to go back in the switch. Okay. So let's get all these plugged back in, and we're gonna bolt this thing back down. There's really no bolting. See, as you can see, it all snaps into place right here. So, but doing the removal process, the hardest part is getting one going. That's why I say take your plastic trim stick, because you can easily damage, you know, the top end of this. And some customers are picky. You hear what I tell you? Some are very picky. Okay, so use a plastic trim stick to start the removal process. All right, so we're getting all the connectors plugged back in, and we're gonna get ready and reinstall this, and that should about wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Got them all in. And all we simply do is push this back into place in its proper pin location. See how easy that was? Back just like brand new. Verify everything worked. The hazards work. ESP off work. I got blower operation. Everything's working fine. So there you have it, man. I'm gonna end this video. It's running too long. So we have just found out how to replace a AC control head. All right. The same applied to if you were replacing this hazard switch down here. All right, and this ESP off switch. Okay. But here's my old switch. We got her done. That is all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe. And I will see y'all on the next video. Thanks for watching.